So this morning we're talking about treat each person as though they're $1 million. And I'll just share the screen again so that you can see it because it's the lesson for this week. Now, in Mystery School, we didn't talk about money. And in fact, it wasn't about money. We used to do straight swaps. I'm good at making chicken soup and you're good at knitting booties or something. We'll do a straight out swap. That was the conversion. And so that $1 million is the same thing. What if I treat it as though they were $1 million, that they were so rich and so important? And I don't mean rich as in, well, they're rich, I better get to know them and they can give me money. That they are just so, so, so valuable. And that includes even if they've been rude to me or they've heckled me. I remember one time when I was speaking on a cruise ship, it was about 2,000 people, and someone was yelling at me, heckling me as I start to explain about medical intuition and I'm known as the walking, talking MRI. My intention when I walk on stage is to treat everyone like they're $1 million, as though they are the most valuable thing ever. Doing this actually allows them to grow and blossom energetically, even if they don't see it. But it also allows me to grow and blossom energetically as well. And treating every person as though they're $1 million, it's actually saying you are lovable, loving, loved, love. And especially if, like this example where they heckled me. So I asked for the lights to be turned down because when I'm on stage, the lights are on my face and I can't see the audience. And can we have the lights on? And I asked, excuse me, would you like to share? Because I'd love to hear your point of view. And I didn't mean it to be derogative, put him down, or anything else. I thought, well, he's got a point of view. Let's do it. And so I treated him like $1 million and said, I would love to hear your point of view because it is valuable. Then he thought I was attacking him, but I wasn't. It's because he was attacking me. And so he made another comment which started to get a little bit rude. So I said, how about we have a chat afterwards? And then I went back on to treating everyone like $1 million. And in fact, it's not just people. It's animals. It's nature. It's the planet. It's the water I drink. I treat everything as though it's $1 million. Why? Because what I'm ultimately doing is saying, I see you, I recognize you as the value and the worth that you are and everything you've got to offer. Even if I don't like it, or even if I don't want it, I still recognize the outside as valuable. When I do that, it's a ripple effect. Because if I start here and I ooze that energy out, which is actually love, it's bound to anyone that comes into my ether field, quantum, they're going to feel it online, offline. And if they feel it and they feel that value, what are the changes that can occur? And then as they feel it, they'll ooze it and vibrate it out too. What are some of the ways that you can treat people as the $1 million? Go to events, which I did yesterday. I went to an event to celebrate somebody and their achievements. And I'm doing it again this week, twice. One for my client's son, because she's so excited about her son singing, and for someone that's speaking. I create that value for them. And in fact, it's my mission statement in my business. How can I create value for other people? And sometimes it's creating products, sometimes it's giving random messages, sometimes it's reaching out, saying hello, sending a Facebook message. I want to make sure everyone feels like $1 million. If they don't do it to me, there's no problems. You see, ultimately within us is a give aspect. And although we might hear, oh, you need to stop giving and just receiving, it's when we give to others we actually understand we're giving to ourselves. Because how many of you, when you give something to someone and they feel great, how much does that make you feel totally bazinga as well? And making them feel $1 million shouldn't be hard work. Treating them as though they're $1 million shouldn't be hard work. It can be the tiniest thing they may not realize at the time. They might need to go away, go walk it out, go into their cave, have a sleep on it, eat a biscuit, and then they'll come to a realization of what you've done. But if I treat everyone as though they're $1 million, it allows me to be at peace of mind. Why would we do this? Because it's actually one of the universal laws. Yesterday, I was walking with two beautiful souls through the forest opposite my house. And as we're talking, I said, oh, excuse me, just hang on one moment. I want to listen to what you're saying. Treat them like $1 million, one particular person. There was a dog coming up. And I said, I want to pat the dog. So I asked the people, by treating them $1 million, may I pat your dog? And they said, well, it depends on the dog's mood. And I said, does it? So we pick up our own energy, depending on their mood. And they were startled. The dog then became startled and it was like, oh. I said, no, that's no problem. Thank you so much for sharing. I treated them like $1 million. And you could see their body suddenly relax. And then the dog relaxed. How else do I treat people as $1 million? When I do a session, say whether it's Zoom or offline, let's take the Zoom session. I will say, would you like this recorded? Would you like a copy of my scribbling notes? Would you like a healing process after the Zoom part? My massage table is ready. That's treating them like $1 million. It's something I learned in nursing. Ask permission. Ask permission. When I'm doing keynote speaking, and if I've got sales afterwards, because I'm in business, I'm going to do sales, I might give some information and I'll still ask, is it okay if I share something? And the group says yes. And then I might share my courses or my events or products and still want to treat everyone like $1 million. How can I create that value? That's an innate thing within us. That's new paradigm. Old paradigm says just go in like a bulldozer. No. Old paradigm is where we forgot the original paradigm was treat everything like $1 million. We call it grateful for today. Be grateful for your food. Be grateful you got a house. But it's treat everything like $1 million. Your home, your body. You've been gifted the body. Do you treat it like $1 million? Or do you just bash it about and chuck it around? And what's the point of it? Well, it's a magic secret. Now you guys know my secret. And as you do that secret, which is actually one of the ancient sacred laws, and you treat everyone like that, it's a ripple effect like dominoes. It hits everybody, so everybody feels empowered. Now let's go to belief systems held in your bones and the word religion, which means belief system. And I'm not backing up religion. It could be anything, any kind of authority or teaching. Are they telling you to treat everyone like $1 million? The sales course many, 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 many years ago. And I only did it for the day. I didn't go back for the next day. And it was all about get what you can get. And this is how you break them down to get what you can get. I said, that didn't align with me. And I went, no, treat them like $1 million. Even if the person says no, or I've got objections, I still treat them like $1 million. Why? It's the ripple effect. It's the value. If I can leave one spark on one person that they feel valued, if they don't recognize it's from me, and then they go away feeling valued, they're going to automatically, unconsciously go and make someone else or something feel valued. That's it. So imagine treating every person, everything, every situation as though it's $1 million. What would the world be like? What would our thoughts be like? sometimes when I share programs like the Millennium Calendar, which is goal setting, or Bite Me program, I say, do you know what? Our mind is this big fat blob of emptiness. What are you filling it up with? And if we don't fill it, like for example, I've got coconut water this morning. If I don't fill this glass with the yumminess of coconut water, I love coconut water, then I could fill it up with all the negativity and crap and whatever else. So, what if you started with you filling up your mind with all the aspects of the value of $1 million? And then start filling other people's cups up as well, glasses. And it's the way you treat them. Treating them like $1 million, you actually get to learn how to treat yourself like $1 million. Because we're in this 3D paradigm still, as well as the 5D and all the other dimensions. And so when we do it for others, we go, oh, what? I'm not doing it for me. And then you get to do it for you. Creating the value is a ripple effect, a huge ripple effect. So I want you just to take a breath in for a moment. Breathe all the way out. Who in your life right now, besides yourself, will come to you in a moment, besides yourself, who at the moment could you treat like $1 million? Whether it be an animal, a plant, earth, person. And why? The why aspect is so important. Why would you want to treat them like $1 million? And especially if they really cheesed you off and got you upset. Or when I've taught this in prisons, years ago, I was asked to work with some prisoners and I treated them like $1 million. Now you imagine that institution, you're hopeless, you're a druggie, you're bad, you're a pedophile, you're a murderer, you're a whatever. When I treated them like $1 million, it felt uncomfortable and they tried to push the buttons. I still treated them like $1 million. And when they did that, they said, do you know what? It's like I've had something flick in my mind. They were swearing. I'm saying it nicely. When you treat them like $1 million, their attitude changes. And I remember one of those clients, he was able to then turn his life around in prison, not just one, a few of them, but this one in particular really struck my heart. He was into money. How did he get into prison? Because he wanted to make money, have the millions of dollars. And so he used to make MDMA. Never took it, but he made it. And he had a great business mind. So I treated him like $1 million. Well, in the prison, he studied his personal training. He studied a few other courses, and he was able to start a business from prison with his girlfriend. And he said to his girlfriend, it was a cleaning business. And he was able to give her tips. Instead of making the business through MDMA, he was doing it through cleaning, and then he did other things. They said, you know what? You taught me the value of value. You treated me like I was $1 million. And I said, because you are. So just go back to the person that you think, oh, I don't treat them like $1 million. They hurt me. I can't forgive them for that. They upset me so badly. What if you did? What if you just had a thought of them? And what if you said, you know what? Just energetically in your mind, I'm going to treat you like $1 million. I'm going to think of you as valuable because you actually gave me a lesson, the lesson of being pissed off, angry, whatever it is, upset, hurt, destroyed. Oh my gosh, if you hadn't have given me that, which is actually worth more than $1 million, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Something big to contemplate. And what if you treated a total stranger as $1 million instead of, wow, did you see how they treated me? Oh my gosh, they didn't even open the door for me. Treat them like $1 million. Just times when people haven't opened the door, what's going on in their mind? I've got no idea. But I turn around and I do say, thank you so much. Oh, what? Thank you. Have a great day. It's a great day for a great day. It's the tiniest little thing, but the impact it has on them, on you, on the quantum, on the law of attraction and manifesting, but the peace of mind and the fulfillment satisfaction it has for you. So what would it be like to treat that person or everyone as though they're $1 million? What would you get from it? And this is stepping away from the old paradigm of, oh my gosh, I just give so much, just give, and I've just got nothing to give. Just one little thought about that person, that thing. Now, this can be really challenging when somebody has hurt you on some level, but they've actually gifted you. And they've gifted you more than $1 million. Way, way more than $1 million. What do I mean by that? If I haven't had the experiences that I had as a child, from homeless, my mum dying on Christmas Day, to physical, emotional, sexual abuse, from words that were very cutting and telling me that I'm not lovable, would never be loved, and nobody would want me, even as an adult, the hell would come to you for medical intuition? Who'd learn that? Oh my God, who'd read your book? All of that. Who'd come to Egypt or Mexico with you? People are. If I hadn't have had that, which was way more than $1 million, I wouldn't have been able to invest in on me. They gave me way more than $1 million. We just don't realize. So now I'm going to take you back to the ancient teachings of the mystery school. And if we were in a community or a tribe and somebody had robbed us or taken our crop or whatever, something like that, we would actually form a beautiful circle of love. And that person would stand in the center. And what would do is each person would look at that person eye to eye and say something beautiful to them, something loving. Because it wasn't us that was hating that person for robbing our crop or possessions or whatever. They were robbing themselves. And that allowed them to change and grow. What was their thought processes? Imagine our prison system if we did that. Imagine our school system, our health system, which is very passionate for me. The children, treating them like $1 million. And when I used to go and do professional development and in-service in schools, it was always the aqua personality. Oh my gosh, they're swearing, they're throwing chairs, blah, blah, blah. Treat them like $1 million. They're the naughtiest kid I've ever taught. Treat them like $1 million. No, no, that's rewarding them for the behavior. Treat them like they're $1 million. See the best in them. You see, we're all energy and we pick it up. You know people aren't treating you like $1 million. If they're treating you like 1 cent, treat them like $1 million. I know the last trip I did to Egypt, the animals were a big focus for me because of my dog having leukemia. It was like, no. And the same with this trip, I want to go back. And I treated it like $1 million. And it was like one morning, every time I went for a walk, this one dog came from nowhere. It was like, coming for a walk with you. Okay. My dog. Well, it was Nito. Oh, the camel. Donkeys. Oh my God, I love the donkeys. Treat them like $1 million. Just that one single act. It's energetic. And what you give, you do get. Who knows? You might get $1 million. And in fact, some of you have got $1 million from me, which you can get on the website. Lots of $1 million that you can print. You just go to the website, millenniumeducation.com, put in the $sign, 1, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, print as many $1 million as you want. I keep them in my phone right here. I got lots of millions of dollars right here. And who knows what will happen? So simple, really ancient. But what you're doing is you're actually saying, I see you as lovable, loving, love, love. I see you as the core essence and the original code of all of creation and the absolute. And you see them, it's $1 million. So let's go to some golden hearts. For those that haven't been on here before, all you got to do is unmute yourself in a moment when I say your name and say, what was your golden heart? Not golden nugget, the golden heart. What was the thing that you got from today that you can go practice that this week? Because part of Mystery School is one lesson, practice, 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 keep adding to. So let's go to Lou, Denise, and Julie. While you guys talk, I'm going to drink my $1 million coconut water. So Lou. Oh, I've lost Lou. That's all right. Let's go Denise and Julie.
For me, the $1 million was just reinforcing the impact that you can have on people. But
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Denise. And Lou, thank you. Can you say it again, Denise? I missed that last bit.
For me, it was about how treating people with great respect just lets them grow and ripple out to other people, and it makes the world a better place.
Thank you, Denise. Amazing, amazing. And Lou, thank you for typing it. If you guys need to type it in the chat, you can. I'll just read it out. Even if they hurt you, that's $1 million. It's like, what? So thank you so much, Lou. Yeah, Julie.
Good morning. Jean, this, wow. This is who I used to be, and this was where I was always coming from. Going back a couple of decades, and in the last couple of years, I've lost it. And you've just given me it back, so thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And what you said towards the end there, that this is the original code. Wow, golden heart. Thank you, Jean.
Amazing. Thank you, Julie.
Jean, also, can I ask you, those words you say, the love, loving, lovable, there's like 3 or 4 love words that you string together. Can you say those slowly for me, please?
Oh, sure. Just so that you're aware, lovelies, I'm just going to share something with you. And see, this is we're going to ask permission for all of you. Thumbs up. May I share something with you? Thanks, Leona. Thank you, Kim, Andrew, Julie, and those that I can't see. I made an activation band that says it. It says, I am lovable, loving, loved, and loved. This activation band has been taken to Egypt and to the pyramids and Chichen Itza, Mexico activations, because they are the codes. So you just then wear that as a reminder. So it's on the website.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Let's go to Leona, Kim, Andrew, and Karen. And again, if any of you want to type it in, you're more than welcome to type it in and I can read it. Thanks, Karen.
Morning, everybody. Yeah, my golden heart today was that to reframe the gifts I've already given to my husband, so they're in as $1 million. Therefore, more will flow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Morning, everyone. Mine was the value of value statement. just stuck with me. Yeah. And I felt the energy shift when I think about one particular person. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. I love the woo-woo. Amazing.
Morning, everyone. I think I'm next. Yeah, the value, I was just recognizing that the value is in everyone is $1 million, despite what they may present to you, like on the face surface, and to value them no matter what they present as $1 million. And I'd like to, while I'm here, I'm at the top of 1770, and there's $1 million view for everybody as the sun comes up.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you. We're all there. And Karen, thank you. Practice treating everyone with a smile. And thank you, no matter what, to remind them they are loved and worthy. Absolutely. Absolutely beautiful, Karen. Let's go to Alicia, Davina, and Dee. Again, if anyone wants to put it in the chat, you're more than welcome. And once you do that, I'm just going to get something up about a smile. Alicia, you're able to unmute, darling. If not, that's all right. We'll go to Davina, Dee, and then Bonnie. Dee, thank you. The value is in everyone. A smile is worth $1 million. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those have done medical tuition, you know about a smile. Who else? Davina or Bonnie?
Hey, Jean, it's Davina. Yeah, just that reminder to treat everyone and everything like they're $1 million. And yeah, and just create a world that's much more fun and enjoyable for you.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Bonnie, thank you. My golden heart is seeing the value. What you give, you get. Absolutely. My version of smile. And if you want this, just private message me on Facebook. Smile. S start. M my I internal L love E engine. So I'll say it again. Smile. Start my internal love engine. When you actually smile, there's a chemical reaction. When you do that, there's actually a chemical reaction. 25 hormones are released, so you can't be anything but in that amazing $1 million energy. Alicia, thank you. Mine was using the energy. Treat everyone like $1 million, holding that space. Thank you, Alicia. If we go to Steve and Lisa.
Morning, everyone. Mine was the reminder of giving to others, you're giving to yourself. That really landed for me. Thank you.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Yeah, good morning, Jean. Mine was very similar to Steve. I loved that one, landed for me as well. And also to share something I love and I have always loved to do is like when I'm at the supermarket or the shops or anywhere, any kind of exchange, to always make that person feel like $1 million. Like I've always wanted to do that and I haven't really known why, but you've just really brought that together beautifully again today, that they're always so busy. They deal with a lot of angry, cranky people. So I always make that effort to say hello, ask how they are, and really thank them for what they're doing. And like you said, they look really surprised, but it lands on them too. And I've always loved that. So thank you. That's brought that full circle for me, and I will keep doing it.
Pleasure. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Just remember, everybody, treat each person, thing, situation, animal as though they're $1 million. Maybe they've forgotten the code of lovable, loving, love, love. And we used to do this a long time ago. And this particular camel, this is from January 2023. Before I got on her, because she's a working animal in Egypt, that's how they earn money. And they don't treat the animals like we do here. I asked her, I checked in on her name. I said, may I do healing while I'm on top of you? I want to make sure everyone is $1 million. And in actual fact, any animal that comes near me, snake, bird, frog, whatever, energetically, I always say, if you talk or come near me, I'm going to do healing. Is that okay? They're all $1 million. Everything It's value. And the truest value is that we are lovable, loving, loved. Love. That's it. That's just it. So, super souls, practice that for the week. Please remember, Monday, the 6th of May, it is a public holiday. I will not be doing a masterclass. I will be doing it on the 13th, and 13th super energy of the genius. So I won't see you next Monday. However, I'll see you on the 13th. And have the bestest day being $1 million as you treat yourself as $1 million as well. So have a wonderful, wonderful week practicing. If I were a rich man. Do 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 do. Remember that song too. Bye.